I do have to confront my wife sooner rather than later.
Tonight?
No. Not tonight.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I'll be doing another episode recap for today's Daysofourlives, October 22, 2024. So honestly guys, today's episode was definitely an hit or miss for me. It was really drawn out for no reason. A lot of talking, not much action, not much suspense, nothing to really say, oh my gosh, this was something to tune in. I definitely fast forward through a lot of it, but let me give it a recap, right? So we see Stephanie and Jada, they're having another girl talk. It looked like when they pair these two together, it's just mainly girl talk, right? So she tells Jada that she and Alex did the deed yet again, but she's going on and on about how, she really don't think that, it should be happening again, even though they said it wouldn't be, but, she just don't know what to do about it, So Jada asks her point blank if they're going back together again, and she said, no, it didn't work out the first time, and she really is wary of Alex's ways, that he's a playboy and that he really did mess up the last time, wasn't really a great boyfriend. And even though he's been married for like a short period of time, like it doesn't mean anything. And even though he's changed, but how much he has changed. So she's just battling between the thoughts of whether or not to really give this a try. And she does have some residual feelings for him still. The attraction is there, but she's just fearful. And I'm saying, Stephanie, you also made the man feel weary of your relationship with Chad, and you had a thing for Chad, and you kind of made him feel insecure. So you have to blame for some of this too. You're not all that perfect. But anyways, Jada did also mention something about Rafe, itching to come back to work. Now that, the cases are settled with Brady and everything, she is ready for him to take back his job and all of that, right? So moving along. So essentially it's the same thing, guy talk with Alex and his dad, right? So his dad came over, checking on him now that he has the soap opera job. They wanted to do a little carving of pumpkins and, have a beer, just, chit chat, right? So anyways, he tells Justin about how the soap opera is going, how it's coming along, and Justin mentions the fact that he's working with Bonnie. How's that going? And he said, it's going fine, but I think Bonnie is happy that she gets to be a motherly figure to me, better than in real life, so she's just really taking advantage of that. So anyways, he did tell Justin about what's going on in his personal life, that it's becoming a lot more complex with somebody that he works with at the soap opera, but it's also that way outside of it, and that's Stephanie, right? So he said that, they've gotten a little closer since they now live in the same apartment complex, and things have been getting close between the two of them. However, they don't want to jinx their friendship, and, they don't know what to do about it. So Justin said that, listen, she's a nice person, I think that you guys could really work out. He said he's really fearful of what could happen since it didn't work out the first time. So essentially the same reasons that Stephanie said to Jada. Basically, they're really fearful of really going the long way. But I'm saying at this point, you guys don't want to go the long way, but yet still you guys are, having this friends with benefits thing, and you guys really don't want that. So what would it hurt to really try it out? And if it don't work, then you guys just stick to being friends, right? You guys are grown adults, so I don't see why it should be that hard. It shouldn't be a hard maths, right? So anyways, Justin just wants him to be happy, and he did tell him that, look, Everett is gone and Teresa is gone. Like, what's it worth, you guys just trying it out, taking a shot? So we go to Chanel. She's calling Johnny, seeing that if he wants to, meet up with her for dinner. And he's saying, he's too busy at the studio, working on soap opera. So she said it's really late. So he said, he wanted me to do something more and all of that, just making up an excuse. So Johnny's actually at the bar. He's having a drink, so I guess he's trying to avoid Chanel rather than, confront her about what he supposedly saw, right? So anyways, she understands, and I guess she will see him later at the house. So then, she decides to have a dinner date with her mom, and yet again, there's more talking. So Paulina is there, she's asking Chanel how is her back doing, how is she doing. She said, she's coming around. She also asked about Johnny, since that Johnny couldn't make it for the dinner date, So she said, he's busy working on the soap opera script and all of that, And she's saying, at this hour, and she said, that she's directing 5 episodes a week, so he definitely can be busy. So she said, he needs to take some time to relax and go out with his beautiful wife, instead of burning the midnight oil. But anyways, Chanel has complete faith that is what it's all about. So they begin to talk about planning this birthday thing for Johnny. And she said that, she's working along with Alex to make sure it's a surprise at the studio. And she's skeptical about it because last time I checked, Alex was the reason why you guys had an argument. And also Johnny told me that, he was very uncomfortable with the idea of you guys. So she said, I think it's more about, us doing this love scene together. But once that is over with, we should all be good. And maybe with Alex helping me out, we could all move on and be friends. And I'm saying you are too delusional, Chanel. So Paulina also, is saying that you have too much unrealistic expectations, right? And I agree with Paulina on this because, she really thinks that it's just gonna go as smooth as that, right? He already thinks that you guys are actually doing the deed outside of the soap opera. So how is he gonna really feel about that, right? But Chanel is hopeful that, this will all turn out how she wants it to turn out, right? So more ladies talk, right? So Bonnie's in there. She was at the mansion just practicing her lines for the soap opera. And then, a familiar face came in, Nancy Wesley. And, of course, they know each other from the time that Bonnie tried to set her up on this date with Clyde, right? Which ended up in complete disaster. But anyways, they remained friends. And, she's telling her that she heard about her new, the soap opera. And, Bonnie filled her in that she's actually one of the leading roles in the soap opera, and she's happy for that. So she said she also had an ulterior motive, which is she's in town with her other daughter, Joy. So we know of Chloe, right? But she also has another daughter called Joy. So she said that Joy is like oil and vinegar. She's basically, going through a phase right now, not knowing what she want to do with her life. So she asked Bonnie if she could put in a good word for her, if she could try out for this role that they have open for the soap opera, right? So she said that she would do that, and hopefully, that works out, right? So I guess we'll be seeing more of Nancy and this Joy character on the soap. So we head back to the bar with Johnny, right? So at this point, we meet this new character, which is Nancy's daughter, Joy. So, at first, she's there making light conversation. Johnny's not in the mood. He's really upset about what he thought he saw with his wife, right? So, he lashed out at this Joy person, right? And she said, I thought that you Midwesterners, had, a better personality and more welcoming. And he said, we're normally like that. But she could tell that he's in a bad mood. So he tells her that, listen, I just, I did saw, my wife and, somebody I know sleep together. And, it's really bothering me. And that the fact that she did it again when I caught her at, his place, and she calling me clueless and all of that. So, she said, your wife doesn't really seem like, a nice person and all that. And you really can't have this eating it up. You need to confront her about it. He said, you're right. I really need to confront her about it. But not tonight, you're a very good company. And, I guess let's see what happens. I don't know if they're gonna sleep together according to the spoilers for this week. I don't know. But if Johnny really go ahead and sleep with this girl, then things with him and Chanel once again are compromised and over with. Remember the last time that they did the workout was because he was possessed by the devil and he divorced her and all of that. And then the whole thing with Chanel and Ali and she slept with Alex. Not that it had anything to do with him at the time, but they were going on so well, and now the directors want them to not end up together. I don't know why. They seem like a solid couple, and now this is gonna tear them apart again because Johnny did not confront his wife as he should have. Asked her what happened, just really said what he assumed he saw. Just confront her. That would have worked out better, right? But he's going with his insecurities, his assumptions, and running with it that his wife cheated on him when she really didn't. She blew her back. It was Alex and Stephanie, and he, he's really playing wrong for this, and it's gonna come with egg in his face later on. So that is it, guys. This wasn't really an interesting episode, but I always will promise you guys a recap. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys tomorrow for the audio recap.